Are you thinking about moving to Orlando, Florida in 2023? Today we're going to talk about the top 7 things to consider when you're moving to Orlando. And stick around to the end because I'm going to talk about the steps you need to take to be prepared if you decide to move here. Hi there, what is up? I'm Kathy Williams, Team Williams, Compass, Florida, in the city beautiful Orlando, Florida. Well, when most people move here, they are so excited to be close to the theme parks, Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, all of the amazing attractions that we have in Orlando. And absolutely, when you first move here, you're just going to be so obsessed and excited with going to the theme parks. You can go a lot at first, and then you want to start discovering some other things about Orlando, right? And there are some other great things to do. I know when I first moved to Orlando, it's been about 35 years ago. I can't believe that, actually. Wow, it's been a long time. But when we first moved here, we went to the theme parks a lot. Our children were little, we went a lot. My husband even worked there. He was in the Kids of the Kingdom band for a long time. So we went to Disney probably at least once a week. But now I think the last time I was there was about 3 years ago. So and I think it was Epcot, the Food and Wine Festival. I think that was what it was. If you're not really a Disney person, or if you've been there a lot of times and you want to do different things in Orlando, you want to know what else is there to do besides the theme parks in the Orlando area. Yes, I can tell you we have other things to do. We have 2 professional sports teams. We have the Orlando Magic and Orlando City Soccer, and they're fantastic. I love going to their games. We have tickets this year. We're going to go to several games, and I'm just really looking forward to it. We also have a really vibrant art scene in Orlando. There's music, live venues, large and small. There's some great galleries and just opportunities, for example, to go to the ballet, Broadway shows, see comedians. I could go on. Plus, if you watch my channel, you know that I love the food scene. So I go to a lot of different unique restaurants in the Orlando area, and there are some great ones. For me, one of my favorite things is enjoying the outdoors. You can golf 365 days a year. You can play tennis, pickleball. I'm just starting to get a little into the pickleball thing, and I'm excited about that, so I'll keep you posted. There's hiking. I love to paddleboard. There's a lot of water sports, and of course the beaches are nearby. Next up, let's talk about the weather. Of course, the big elephant in the room are the hurricanes, and we just recently had a couple of big ones that came through Orlando last year. And if you watch this channel, I did this video last year about the hurricane. It will give you a little bit better idea. We had widespread flooding in Orlando last year, which was really devastating. So one thing that I do, or we do with our clients, is we're always looking to make sure, is the home in a flood zone or not? Because I don't want any of my clients to ever have to deal with flooding. And thankfully, for the most part, really most of my clients did not have any issues with flooding last year during the hurricane. But there were areas of Orlando where there was some flooding. So that just is something, you want to be aware of. And of course, the other elephant in the room is the heat. So Orlando can get very hot and humid in the summer. But we have lots of water parks and swimming pools and air conditioners for you to take advantage of whenever you need. So I typically just do all my outdoor activities early in the morning and then enjoy the air conditioning for the afternoon, because it does get brutally hot from about May to October. It's just hot. Your hair frizzes up. So it's just something to be aware of, but the benefits far, far outweigh the hassle of the heat. Oh, and before I forget, we have a really nice Orlando relocation guide in the information box below. You can click the link for that and get it immediately in your inbox. It's a great resource. It's a flip book like a magazine, so you can just flip through it. It has all kinds of great information about the Orlando area. Now, let's talk about traffic. When I first moved to Orlando 35 years ago, I thought the traffic was bad, but now it has gotten much worse. Oh boy! A lot of people are moving to Orlando, and I don't blame them. It's great here. I love living here, but that has definitely created some issues of traffic. Now, I-4 that runs through the Orlando area just did a huge expansion, and it's made it a lot better because there are these toll roads that run through the middle of I-4, and they're in certain sections, so you can pay to hop on these and avoid some of the heavy traffic jams. So that's made life way better. You have to get the transponder, the SunPass transponder, to pay for the tolls, but you know, it's just helped out a ton. And we also have a lot of other expressways that you can take so you can avoid I-4. And so that's what I recommend. If it's at all possible, just, you know, avoid it if you don't have to be on it. The other option we have, if you live in certain areas, like if you live in Sanford and you want to commute down to Orlando or any of the neighborhoods in between there, we do have the Sunrail, which is a great option. It's a light rail train that runs every day during the week and evenings, and it stops all along the way from Sanford down the different stops and stops at all the hospitals. So if you work in the hospital industry, it's a great commute option. Now, last I was going to talk about the cost of living for a minute. Of course, with the increase in the cost of everything has gone up so much in Orlando as far as housing, of course, but just everyday things, you know, gas, groceries, going out to eat at restaurants, everything is so much more expensive than it has been because of inflation and the cost of living. So apartments and houses for rent are pretty expensive. It has stabilized. It hasn't gone up a lot in the last year, but it had already risen so much in the past few years. So anyways, a house is going to be about $2,400 to rent and up, of course, and apartments everywhere from $1,500 and up. So typically you might find some less expensive, but that's pretty much the average for the rents. And then of course, home prices have gone up a lot in the past few years, which brings me to the bonus material. I promise, if you're going to make a move to the Orlando area and buy a home in the Orlando market, here's what you're going to need to know. Interest rates. Of course, interest rates, it's all over the news. They're higher than they've been in many years, and they don't seem to be coming down in the foreseeable future. So what I recommend for anyone looking at buying is to get with a great lender, someone who knows different options to help you get the rate down, because there are ways to do that. And there's ways to negotiate with the seller also to get the rate buy down paid for by the seller. So first up on the horizon of making the move and buying a home is go ahead and get pre-qualified with a lender. And preferably, I think it's a good idea to connect with your lender that your real estate agent works with. Hopefully it's me, but if it's not, whoever your agent is, try to connect with their lender. First off, if you decide to go with another lender later, that's okay, but at least that way you're going to be getting the best possible information that you can get, because your agent should be working with somebody who's a pro, and they'll know what they can do to help get those interest rates down. And your agent should also know ways to help negotiate with the seller. So next up, you're going to want to research the areas, and really one great way is to watch some YouTube videos. I have quite a few videos about suburbs in Orlando and neighborhoods in Orlando that you can watch right here on my channel. I will link all those to the end of this video so you can just watch those and get a better idea. But there's a lot of good information out there to help you research and of course get guidance from your agent. They can provide valuable assistance to help you find where you want to live with what matches with your lifestyle and criteria. And also think about location. There are online resources to check the crime rates and check how the school rates. Another thing to think about is, are there good amenities nearby? Are there shopping, restaurants, things that you like to do? I'll give you an example. I had a client who really wanted to be near a Whole Foods and a Trader Joe's. So that definitely helped us narrow down the criteria, because there's only a couple of Trader Joe's in the Orlando area. So we were able to map out an area where they could get to the Trader Joe's and the Whole Foods easily and still match the criteria for the other home wish list items that they had. And last but not least, the things to think about are the home inspection. When you get a home under contract, definitely you want to get a home inspection. And your realtor should be able to help you find a quality home inspection company for you to choose from, as well as homeowners insurance. That's going to be really important. All lenders are going to require homeowners insurance. And then lastly, consider the cost and make sure you have enough money saved up for closing cost and down payment. And remember that if you are in any of the helping professions like firefighter, first responder, nurses, teachers, veterans, there's a program called Hometown Heroes that can help you with some of those costs. And that is a great program to take advantage of. If you're moving to Orlando in 2023, let us know how we can help. We're here for you to answer any questions and just help you get on the right path. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.